Is liberty dying where you live? Escape to Keene at freekeene.com. Liberty activists in Keene got word that the Keene District Court security perimeter had expanded from the second floor of the city building to the first floor, and that now they were going to be searching anyone attempting to visit any city offices on the second or third floor. We decided to head down and check it out. Within minutes from sending a Keene 411, our local text messaging service, 5 activists had turned out to scrutinize the new checkpoint.
Hey, Lance.
Ian, how are you?
Oh, hear you guys got a new setup here.
You know, whatever the Chief Justice asked us to do, we did the best we could.
So this is coming from the Supreme Court?
Yes, sir.
You want to give me the tour?
Well, you can see what it is. It's just the regular security station we have in most of our courts.
Now, is this the only building, and there's Fred, hey Fred, is this the only building in all of New Hampshire where one has to pass through a security check to visit city offices?
I can't answer that, I don't know. We have several courts in New Hampshire, as you know, and I couldn't tell you. We have courts that you have to pass through, give me a second, I'll tell you. Post office.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a federal building before you get upstairs. But it is what you see.
So I saw in the Sentinel that this was provided at no cost. Does that mean that it was donated by the company? How does that work?
I'm pretty much sure this cost the state some money.
I would think so too.
I'm pretty much sure that the city didn't foot in any of this bill.
Right.
But this is something for the court
Taxpayers certainly have paid for this, I would
It
imagine.
says that it's temporary until the new building is built. And then I'm guessing this will move to the new building?
Move to the new building.
There will not be
There won't be anything
metal
here,
detector
not
at the
that I
city
know
hall
of.
anymore?
Not that I know of.
Okay, because it seems like every temporary government thing becomes permanent.
I can't say much there.
All right.
Wow. Well, I have to say I appreciate you not threatening us over the cameras, Lance.
Like I say, you know,
Hey, Ed.
How are you?
How are you?
right through everyone.
Still waiting on that lunch.
You gotta get your other business taken care of first, Ian.
All right. Take care of my business.
So camera policy for the court still the same? File the papers?
To my understanding, yes. I don't know of anything being different there. You know, down here, well, as you know, I'm not going to give you a hard time about the cameras. I'm not worried about it. All right, just get my good side. Just get my good side.
I always try to get your good side.
Which is kind of tough anyway. There's no good side, but that's beside the point.
I mean, you guys are going to be working extra hard now. I mean, now that
It's not
you're
going to be
screening
any
everyone.
different than some of our busy courts. We have courts that will run an average of 900 people a day through. You know,
Are you going to be screening city employees when they come to work?
City employees, to my understanding, the city employees that work here, it's going to be no different than our own employees that work in our regular courts, or the people that have offices in our regular courts. They've already had their own background checks. They have their offices up here. They will be passed through as long as they have their IDs. They'll be passed through to go up to work in their own offices as normal.
Because no government agent would ever go crazy and kill one of their associates, right?
Well, let's face it, it's just like anything else. You guys worked offices before. You know, before something happens, you usually know there's something going on, and that'll alert you to it because it's in your own home. See what I'm trying to say? You already know what's going on, so chances are we'll know it. If there's ever a problem like that, hopefully we'll know it before.
And then the Sentinel article said something about safety concerns. Have there been issues that, you know, having a checkpoint somewhere before getting off of the elevator would have stopped something?
We all know there's been guns on the second floor. We know that because you've seen it. It was some of the people you were with through the years. Now, I haven't busted anybody's chops for it before.
Because no one has ever done anything with those guns. They've just been going to city offices or whatever.
You know, same thing with knives.
That was the time that Peliquin apologized to Rich Paul for coming after him.
Well, technically, and there was, I think you were with a young fella that had a, if I can remember right, it was a 686 Smith & Wesson with a 6-inch barrel outside the judge's door a few years ago. And I think you probably remember the conversation I had with him. I just asked him to bring it. I'd take it if he was going to stay in the court with it. We'd take it. But unfortunately, what he didn't realize, he was in fact breaking the law at the time because you were in the court, an area used by the court. So, it's one of those things. Same thing with Pelican with Rich Paul. Technically Rich was breaking the law. So.
How you doing, Ron?
Good. Hope you got my good side.
Oh yeah, sure. I'm glad you have a good side.
Is there still
It's
a-
nice to hear.
upstairs?
The checkpoint's here. If we see, it's like anything else, is like we do in all our courts. If we see something that might have gotten past this checkpoint, will we take that person to the side and talk with them and screen them? Yes. Safety being the most important part. But this is the checkpoint now.
Are water bottles allowed yet?
The water bottles, like we said before, they're not allowed in the courtroom. Drink and food aren't allowed in the courtroom on most occasions.
But I can take my water up to the 3rd floor and visit the city office.
You can take it to the 2nd floor in the lobby.
Yeah,
Just leave it
okay.
bubbler like normal.
Okay. Is there more security on the 2nd floor now?
It's about the same amount.
Mm-hmm.
We added the security down here and a couple guys down here, and I rotate my guys like normal. So.
All right.
Okay, and it goes until about 4 o'clock. Then you'll see what we'll do here is we'll shut down at 4.
That's about all the questions I've got.
Yeah, me too.
All right. It's nice having you guys by.
We'd like to invite you to visit freekeene.com. Freekeene.com features audio, video, and blogs chronicling the transition to a voluntary society. Freekeene.com also has comments and discussion forums so you can be heard. Freekeene.com.
I should be in Keene, New Hampshire with the Free Staters.